It's another week. It's a live stream. And the wheel has returned. So, ask a question, get a spin. Win stickers. Yay, stickers.
Yeah.
I might have a migraine. I don't know. Or it's a brain cancer. I don't know. I'm not with it. Anyways, so we're back. TC's going to go race slash and burn up in Steamboat on Saturday. I'm going to sleep in. Go to the gym.
It sounds like it's going to be a power race, which I'm
power race in a tight course, a very tight course.
Yep,
lots of pow carnage.
Yeah, it's going to be good. There's going to be some false berms. I can feel it. Just like 2 years ago when they had it, there was 8 inches of snow on top of the berms, and you're like, "That's a good turn," and it just blew out on you every time. And it's like, okay, I'll take them high. Noted.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one. I'll probably just be yelling at the stupid tourists in the Airbnb that keep letting their dogs shit at the bottom of my stairs.
Yeah,
it's okay. Joke's on them. I left a steamer on their fucking stoop. Put it right on there. Knocked on the door and walked away. Open the door and step right in it. That'll teach you. All right. Well, we got a super chat from Letters. Wait, what's phase? Is it like clever and new? It's totally clever and new. So think about it. Phase clue.
No.
Next level.
Not doing it.
So many moving parts that don't need to be there. God, I forgot how fucking heavy these things are.
Yeah, they're tanks.
Like, there's pounds difference between the two of these. On top of the fact, these retail for the same exact price as the katana, the regular katana.
Yeah. $
500 plus US dollars for these hunks of shit. Well, I don't know. With tariffs, these might go up to like $600.
Yeah.
Fuck. Jesus Christ. All right, let's give our boy Letters a spin. Shit. Starting off hot. Mark it down. You got a small sticker pack. So.
Letters.
You know how it goes. Ugh. This is how we're starting today. I have a feeling we're giving away a lot of stickers today. I just bought stamps. Price of stamps is expensive. It's $165 for 100 international stamps. It's ridiculous. So, yeah. All right. From Lady Dean Landia. Make the wheel go burr. Hashtag sticker rain. Hashtag pray for MBs69. Remember to eat your pea toast, folks. This person's just coming in, just wants stickers. That's it. That's it. Well, you get to spray some skiers. Spray them. All right. From Rusjack. Stuck at work, but I'm listening in with headphones on. What board would be a good addition to my Ride Zero and Deepfake outside of Ride Snowboards? 203 BBC.
I mean, honestly, it would be a bad call. Like, it would actually work.
It would. Let's see. Like, you probably want something short and fat at this point.
Yeah.
Maybe like a Telos backslash or like a Nitro Squash or a Nitro Pow or something. Let's see.
Like a salmon fish or like a Jones Mine Expander or even like a
Rosinal Sushi.
Rosinal Sushi, K2 Excavator. You could even do a Slashimi probably. Like, because that's still going to be super power oriented, soft in the nose.
Yeah, it'll be easier to
ride different than your
the deep fake too. It'll be more nimble in the trees.
Yep.
So, all right, let's give this man a spin. Remember to avoid the clap. That's just good life advice. Avoid the clap. All right. And then we got a super chat here from Roy TT. Which phase bindings are the dampest? katanas. Like,
yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I think it's going to be close with the battalion too. I just have phases just laying around my house, just everywhere, just every room. I got bindings and stuff laying around. You never know. Someone might FaceTime me, and next thing you know, I got to pull a binding to show them. But yeah, I think in order of dampest to least damp, it's katana, blaster, tied with the mercury, and then the 32 team binding. Right? You rode the team, so you know.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, the 32 team is going to be the exact same as the phase when it comes to dampness. They have the same chassis and everything, so there's no change on those ones. Like,
right, it's just the straps are softer on the yeah. So
straps and high back. That's it. Sure. Otherwise, same dampness when it comes to the chassis.
Yep. All right. Mm-hmm. Let's give Roy here a spin. There you go. Oh, we got to avoid more clap. Everyone's getting the clap or avoiding it. Got to avoid it. From our boy Joe Gunn. Strand of mackerel, Jones Storm Chaser are similar for the deepest days, but also some groomers. Carving, but non-fart carving. Dude's not dragging butt on the ground. Both of those would work. Out of the two, I'd pick the mackerel personally. I think it carves better. And it's just a little stiffer, and you're out there in California, so I know you need something with a little more power to it.
Yeah.
But if you feel the Storm Chaser's too soft, bump up to the Storm Wolf instead.
Mm-hmm.
What else you got for this man?
Honestly, that's what I was thinking, because Joe is a bit bigger. I mean, we were riding with him at Thirsty Thursday, and you're like, damn, dude, you got some weight there, flexing those insanos like crazy. Otherwise, like even an excavator is going to carve good enough for you, or like you could do a 54 Psycho Candy as well, and that should have enough guts in the tail to still hold you when you're carving, but still float really well for you.
Yeah.
So those are the two I would say.
Sweet. Well, that gave him some options. Let's give this man a spin. Click the links. Click the links. All right, from Mike V11. What's up, boys? 42-year-old proficient free rider. Park has been calling me, though, and I'm hooked. Best way to level up, just send it. Lessons, Tommy B summer camp, or keep my old ass out of the park. I'm 42 and slide more steel now than I did when I was 32.
Yeah.
No, you want to easy style it. I mean, that's the big thing. You start small, scare yourself once a day. You know, that's it. The Tommy B camp would be a good one, though. Like, that's a good thing for progression, for sure. That's not going to hold you back. But, you know, I mean, all Park really is understanding edge control and having a body that can handle the downforce of impact of landing. Everything in between that is just making sure that you just repetition to get used to it over and over and over again. I mean, you know, like you start in a jib, start with the ride-on feature, then you work to the slight ollie-on feature, then you work to the urban-on feature. That's it. You know, you do the ride-on box, you do the ride-on tube, you do the gap-on box, the gap-on tube, then you go to the high ollie-on, stuff like that. And then when you're on the feature, make sure you look at the end of it and do a 50-50 on it. And as you're going down, when you start to get near the end, you look past the end at the landing. That's it. Like, you know, you start with your 50-50s and you kind of go from there. It's pretty easy. But at 42, if you're really worried about it, pick up some good impact shorts. That's a good thing. TC uses those, the G form ones.
Yep.
Yeah. So you get those. And the other thing would be, if you've got a gymnastics class around you or something that does it, take a tumbling class. It'll teach you how to fall properly. That's a big one. Or if you're in Brazilian jiu-jitsu, they'll teach you how to fall too. Tuck and roll, baby.
Yeah.
you got to try again, man. That's so close.
Mhm.
All right, from Bradley Snyder, 2024 Capita Indoor Survival and 2025 Rome Freaker. I know there is overlap, but is there too much overlap? Yes. To an extent. I mean, you could ride one or the other. Yes, you got a directional twin and a true twin, but yeah.
Yeah.
What do we got? You got to ollie some slow signs. Brad, you know what you got to do. All right, from Moist Mustache, suggestions for a board to replace my Solomon Dance Hall, preferably something stiffer, directional, and not volume shifted. How stiff you want to go? I mean, so you want directional? Here's where I'd go for an incremental increase. Ride Moderator, Jones Flagship, Rome Ravine.
Mm-hmm.
What do you got for this man?
Let's think here. Because there's really, I don't honestly think there's anything from Solomon this year that would be stiffer from them, unfortunately. Like, that is directional.
Assassin Pro to an extent, but not, that's an incremental jump. The Jetstream isn't going to be, well, that's next year's technically. So we don't need to talk about that.
Yeah, exactly. So like, yeah. So you could do a Rome Ravine or even the Pro if you really want to step it up. Otherwise, like even a K2 Passport is going to work for you, or the let's see, what's a brand we haven't said yet?
Capita. So like maybe like a Mercury or a Mega Merc.
Yeah, but that's not even directional. And I'm like, Navigator gonna be softer.
Yeah, well, Black Snowboard to death, but that's gonna be a big jump up.
That's gonna huge jump. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I thought too. I was like, you could do that.
But maybe something from Nidecker.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, you could do like an Escape, or even the Escape Plus. The Escape Plus is, it's not crazy stiff, but it definitely is a step up from what you're riding right now. And I had a blast on that board this week, so you can always go with that. The Escape Plus rocked.
Yeah. So, yeah. Well, anyways, there's a bunch of options for you. All right, shop tactics. We got a link down in the description. So many of the shops that we work with are doing crazy blowouts. I mean, as low as 10%, as high as 80% on stuff. There are some crazy deals. Every Saturday, I post deals. This week, I think I'm going to go with accessories. So a lot of goggles and stuff like that. But yeah, every Saturday, I try to post a community one. Great resource for finding links to click good deals in there. So do that. But shop tactics. And if you're up in the Pacific Northwest, swing in. Say what's up. All right. From Slushy Shredder with the super chat. Stoked for the boys making it out to Bungus Basin this week. Perfect timing with the storms. Tomorrow we ride. Yeah. The Thirsty Thursday guys that aren't from Idaho went to Idaho.
Sick.
Old man Dominic, 800 plus mile drive. Made it for night riding last night.
Nice. Night moves are sweet.
61 years old. No excuses. Man's a beast. Man's a beast. Oh, we got the reverse spin. Ollie some slow signs. All right, from Sibby's. Had a great trip last week. Concussed myself on a 15-footer last hour, last day of the trip. Any helmet recommendations? Was it after 2 p.m.? Because nothing good happens in the park after 2 p.m. Nothing. TC and I the other day, well, it's 2 o'clock. We just left.
Yep.
Looked around. All the spring break families were there. I was like, we should probably get the fuck out of here.
Yep. Yeah, especially this time of year, you got to get out.
Here's the thing with helmets. It's all going to come down to fit. And like some have different technology and shit. You don't want to skimp on helmets. Saw a dude the other day with a $900 Patagonia outerwear kit and a $50 outdoor master helmet. I was like, how does this even make fucking sense, dude? That thing's not, I'm pretty sure it's not even ISTM certified. It's probably just a fucking hard hat. Like, you know, but yeah, stick to the legit brands, you know. Good thing is I'll be putting links for helmets this week. So, yeah, accessories. So, all right. From Rich Foster, what would be the best board for my beginner niche? She did 3 days on my GNU Impossible. Probably not the most forgiving, but I thought it would be better than rental junk. Honestly, I just slap her on a Rally Cat from Jones.
Yeah.
It's a good beginner board. Right there.
Yeah, you could do that one. You could even do like a GNU Gloss.
I was thinking that too.
Yep. What's the Capita one that they have? What's it called? The
Paradise?
Yep.
Birds of a Feather.
The Paradise. Birds of a Feather, I think starting off it can be done, but it's just a little extra or a little overkill.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Paradise would be great. What else? I think that's all I got so far.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean those are fine. What the hell is the K2 version of the Gateway for women?
I don't know. I was trying to think of it too. I can picture it.
I think it's the First Light.
Yep, that sounds right.
That'd be a good one. Whatever the female version of the Ride Agenda is too. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. There's a couple.
Heartbreaker. It's the Heartbreaker.
It's the Heartbreaker. Okay.
Yep.
Breaking hearts.
Breaking hearts, not wallets.
Breaking hearts, not smelling farts. Yep. Right. Remember to shop Blower. BlowerBoardShop.com. Big Bear's best selection of snowboards. Biggest selection. Got a lot of stuff. A lot of great deals going on over there right now, too. So shout out to them. All right. We got a super chat here from Hunter. Board testing question. Do you ride different terrain depending on the type of board something is, like testing a fart carve versus a jib board? Also, what terrain should I hit at Cobber? I mean, if it's a jib board, I'm going to go ride the park with it. If it's a carving board, I'm going to go find some groomers and rip some trenches with it. At Copper, the best place to actually go carve is the Far East Village over by the Lumberjack lift. Ain't nobody over there, and that corduroy is wide as shit. You can lay it down and never have to worry about hitting anyone.
Isn't that the west side?
Yeah, far west side.
Okay. You said east.
Did I say east? No. I got a migraine. I want to go to bed.
I don't want to be here.
I'll be fucking honest. I don't want to be here. I want to go lay in the dark. I'm fucking over it. So, like, yeah, if I'm saying weird shit, it's because my head fucking hurts and I can't see straight.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, go over by Lumberjack and fucking do that. As far as Copper, go up the chairlift, look around. If it looks like you want to ride it, ride it.
Yeah. I mean,
just avoid the backside. The backside's kind of ass.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of people trying to keep telling me how great the backside is over and over again. And every time I go back there, it's the most disappointing shit. Spend all that time to get back there, and you're like, it's not even that good. I can get better lines on the front side. Yeah. Woo, it's a wide open fucking bowl. I made 4 fucking turns, and then I got on a double chair that took 20 minutes to get to the top. Like, so, yeah. There. All right. Support the Shred Foundation. We got a link to donate to them down in the description. You can always check that out. Okay, this one's from Sam S. Yo, Avran, my ride kink is extremely sticky around the contact points where the structure is deeper. I've tried new wax, and it always just kicks up and slows me down. Should I not wax it? I haven't waxed mine. It's fucking extruded base on a jib board. Just go fast. Don't wax it. If anything, if it's caking up, clean it off. Fucking degrease that shit. Strip it down. I haven't waxed my kink. I think it's got 30, 35 days on it, maybe. Probably 30-ish days, I'd say. Never waxed it. It's got some nice rail grease marks on it, though. I should probably give that thing away. Probably not going to ride it again. Keep saying I am, and then I'm go over to the Frisco Adventure Park and just leave it over there for someone to take. Be like, free jib board. Enjoy my sticker job. Well, we're going to support the Shred Foundation again with that one. Oh, no. We got to avoid the clap. Let's see what we got. Okay. I don't like that question. All right, here we go. From Bart Simpson Head. So Stale won the natural selection tour on phase bindings. Are clues shitting their pants right now that proper pro riders are promoting them rather than nobodies on clues like Jonah Huckhouse? I mean, if I was Clue, I'd be shitting a fucking brick too. Your days are fucking numbered. Like $150 less. More adjustments. 64 points of articulation on the heel strap alone. That heel strap on one side has more adjustments than the Clue binding has, counting both bindings. So yeah, these things, they're the future. They have real straps. They have real hardware. So they're lighter, they're better, they work faster. So yeah, if I was them, I would be shitting a brick. I think it's hilarious how much the snowboard industry has gotten behind that as a whole to shit on Clue. Oh, it's fucking great. Fuck that company. Fuck the people that took shitty ass paychecks to promote it. They spent more hiring someone like Buckhouse than they did in product development.
Oh, yeah.
I love the fact that it took 7 years of them product developing phase before they even brought it. But then, like, this shit literally 3D scanned a fucking Solomon rental binding. Trickle down rental technology. Like, the funny thing is they go out of their way to cover up whenever there's an issue. Like, I'm glad I downloaded that video of the kid that snapped both his heel cups.
Yeah.
Save that thing. Can't wait to use that in a future video. It hits the internet and I find it. It's game on. I'm saving that. But yeah. I don't know. There's been a bunch of people rocking phases in competitions and shit. Like, you know, you got Victor doing World Freeride Tour with the Phase Mercury.
He just won it. Like the whole thing. So
you got Pat Fava fucking doing urban rail jams in the 32 phase. Like, I would like to see Buckhouse have to do a rail jam.
In the clues?
I'd like it would just blow his back apart more so than it already is. Just watching him have to fucking eat Percocet like Pez, just sitting there drooling on himself. Yeah, so, oh well. Let's get this person a spin. Spray the closers. Spray them.
Yep. Very fitting.
All right, from Gary, thinking about getting the Battalion Chameleon or the Solomon Dance Hall as my everyday party board. Rarely ride and switch. Any difference between the two with flex carving, groomers, and jumps, small to medium? Oh, yeah. 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 They take it away, sir.
Well,
you just rode the Chameleon.
I rode the Chameleon where that's going to have a directional flex to it. So your nose is going to be super soft. Tail's going to stiffen up. But I think it's like most of it's like right underneath your feet there. So as a daily, I mean, you can. I even say it in the review. You can daily it, but would I choose it as a daily? Probably not. Like as apart from like the dance hall where it's just a little bit more camber in it, so you do get a little bit better edge hold when it comes to just daily driving it. A little bit better pop. I haven't ridden the dance hall in years since the first year it came out, but
honestly, I think the Chameleon pops better because it's got the super tubes in it. Like you're going to go higher on a Chameleon, but I think you're going to get more consistent pop out of a dance hall.
Okay.
So that's it. But I do think the Chameleon actually carves better.
You do?
Underfoot, yeah, I do.
Okay.
It's looser at the contact points, but if you steer it underfoot and you're in softer snow, it's good. If you're in harder snow, yeah, I'd rather have a dance hall for sure in there. But you're kind of splitting hairs. But because he's saying that he rarely rides switch, I think the Chameleon is the better option, personally.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because this year's, you got to remember, this year's has the bigger split tail in it.
That's true too.
So it's a little different.
Yeah.
Little more directional.
Mm-hmm. So, that makes sense.
All right. Let's give Gary a spin. Ollie some slow signs, Gary. Ollie some slow signs. All right. We'll take this one from Nathan Harvey. I have a pair of Nidecker Supermatics. On my toe turns, it feels like I'm going to pop out the ankle strap. Do you think it's actually the strap, or could it be my heel coming out of the heel cup? Could be your strap isn't adjusted right. It could be that you're actually in a binding that's too big for your boot size. It could be because it's a 3-strap. That middle strap might not actually be tight enough, so you're actually like sliding slightly forward in there. So if anything, I would suggest start with the middle strap, click it down on the adjustment side one more, then ride it, see if it does it, then move up to the top of the heel strap, click that down one. Those are bindings you got to kind of fine tune a little bit, but once you do, it's that. The other thing is take without yourself in your boot, put your boot in the binding with it laced up, and look at the back of the heel cup in there and see if you can stick a finger between the heel cup and the side of the boot. So it's like, so if this is like your heel cup, you put it in there. If you can fit a pinky finger in there, it's just too wide in the heel cup. That's what it is for your boot. So, yeah. What do we got? Ooh, where are we going with this? Click those links. I'm going to scroll down here. We're going to move around for a little bit and take stuff. I don't want that question. We haven't gotten to that one yet. Let's see. Okay, we'll take this one from SG. Just as love your vids. Got myself a 158 Spring Break Resort Twin 2026 early release. Love the graphic on that. The 160 wasn't in stock yet. I'm 6'2", 230 pounds, and above the weight range, which is like 195 pounds. Did I screw up bad? I do have a POW board. If you want it to be softer, no. If you were hoping for more or all mountain versatility, yeah. Like I rode the 56 at 200 and was fine. And, so I think the 58 at 230, it's just going to be a little more flexible. It's not going to be as damp. I don't know. I mean, you're talking 2 centimeters is like this. It's not really a crazy amount, especially for a board that's a twin all mountain freestyle board.
Yeah. It's going to be more of that freestyle for you than that all mountain at that point. Yeah. But, as long as your boots fit, I think that'll be the main thing. Because if you're 6'2", 230, probably have a bigger boot. So just make sure those things
You got to remember, though, the Spring Break Resort Twin is wider.
It is.
So
it's not Retox wide, but it's wider.
It's wide. It is. Wide. Click the links, people. Click the links. Let's see. I thought I saw a good question in here. There. We're going to skip around for a little bit. I don't care. Oh, let's see. Where was it? I know I saw a good one here. I do like this one from Uncivil Engineer. Clue's doing nothing but trying to figure out who else to pay off to sell their shit bindings to people who don't know. Oh my God. Straight up, all they're doing is taking advantage of the weakest people getting into snowboarding, the ones that don't understand anything about it and are total beginners, the same people that spend too much time on the Reddit of snowboarding. That's all it is. People that think what Buckhouse does is snowboarding, not realizing like it's a house of cards that he's precariously perched on, that if one moves, the whole thing collapses because of the way he set it up. Like, fuck. Fucking hate this company so much. Go out of my way to fucking... If I ever get to meet the owners, I'm going to punch one of them in the mouth. I'll take the assault charge. I'll get myself banned from Germany. I don't care. I love their whole argument. We are German engineers. Well, yeah, no shit. You went to engineering school in Germany. That's what... Like, if I did the same thing, I went to German engineering school. I'm a German engineer. It's like a doctor. Doesn't matter if they're at the top of the class or the bottom of the class. They graduate, they're still a fucking doctor. I just know which doctor I'd rather have. I want the one at the bottom of the class because he probably had to practice medicine in a third world country. That dude knows where to get the knockoff drugs for cheap. No gas station boner pills from him.
Nope.
I'm going to give this man a spin. Spray some skiers. Spray some skiers. There's the question I wanted to answer from LEM. Per $100 spent on boots, how many days should I expect to squeeze out? What do you think?
So she spent $100 on boots?
No, per $100. So if a boot was $100, how many days versus 200, 300, 400, 500, right? So, I mean, the more you pay...
10 days. 10 days per $100.
15 days easily at a $100 boot.
Yeah.
But, no, like... So, this year Thraxis, this one was I want to say this was $429 or $489, somewhere in there. I think it was $429 the first year, and then the second year it went up. But so I figure after $350, you're probably about to gonna get 150 days, depending on the boot. So like this, let's just say this was like $489, so we'll just say $500. I figured 150 days out of it, and this one probably got about 150 days. I mean, it's pretty fucking thrashed up there, but you know, that's, you kind of pay for what you get in there. I mean, obviously the best boot's the one that fits your foot and fits your needs. I've seen people literally push a set of Vans OG high standards to 200 plus days. Would I recommend it? No. Have I seen it done? Yeah.
Well, also women, I've seen women make their boots last so much longer than men. Because first off, like, men, generally speaking, way more, so they're kind of breaking them in faster that way. But men are dumb. Like, they're kicking their boots around, resting their boards on it. Like, they don't give a shit about it. Where women, I've seen, they let their boots, like, they take care of them. When they're done with them, they close them up, make them nice, like, actually taking care of their stuff. Where women can normally get twice as long out of boots than men can. Because, like I said, we're just idiots. And we don't care. It gets to a certain point where, like, they're dirty, whatever, who cares now? And then you just start acting stupid with them, where it's like, doesn't need to be done. So I think it also depends on that too. Like,
also comes down to how much you actually ride per week and like how many hours, and like, is your snow wetter or drier? Like when I lived in the Northwest, because it was wetter, my boots broke down faster.
Yeah.
And then like out here with it being drier, it's easier for them to dry out and shit. And you know, which, speaking of wet boots, got a link down in the description for those Dry-Sure boot dryers that I use. Those things are fucking money. They're like $14 on Amazon. People should be picking those things up. Just got TC a pair.
Yep.
So
I got them on my boots right now.
Yeah, those things will prolong the life of the boot because it's just a giant silica pack in a plastic shell that it sucks the moisture in. I believe me, my pair are like 10 years old, I think, and they still work. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So yeah, but yeah, there's so many variables that go into like how long a boot will last. Like, it could be as simple as like just the way the stitching is done on certain spots where it just ends up having problems with it. It can be the ankle articulation just being too much. Like I always tell people, if you're like 200 pounds and in a size 9, you're going to flex a boot different than a guy that's 160 in a size 9. That 40 pounds difference. And then if you add in a height discrepancy, so let's say the guy that's 160 is 5'6", but then the guy that's 200 is 6 foot, you're putting different torque on the boot as well. And so that also comes into play with it too. But generally, like with a reputable brand, the more you pay, the longer it typically lasts.
Yeah.
So all right, let's give Allie a spin here. Spray some skiers. All right. And because it's that time of the day, from our boy MB, PSA, buy Spring Break Resort Twin, but also the Nerd Relic. This man wants validation for all of his purchases.
Yep. MB, your stickers are in the mail. I missed that part of the note on them, so you'll get them in a couple days.
It's got the reverse spin. Ooh, you want a small sticker pack?
We'll give you that one in person.
Tomorrow at Copper.
Tomorrow.
Because the man has to ride 19 more days so he can say that he hit 69 days in the United States.
That's fair.
Yeah. All right. Okay, let's take this one from Jake Von Soest. Either of you fell into a tree well? Seen a few stories of people dying from them recently. Oh, I've fallen in some tree wells. How about you?
I've gotten sucked into one. I was just slid into it so I could just pretty much pop my board off, crawl out, and then grab my board. It wasn't anything bad. I've had friends go in there though, and that's pretty scary.
First time out riding out west when I lived in Washington, I went head first on my second day of riding in the Northwest. Like full blown into it head first. They had just gotten like 7 feet of snow. And like I'd never experienced anything like that. And I got lucky that there was like a small sapling that was broken. So I put my hands on it and I was able to like pull myself up and get out so I could breathe. And then I just pushed as hard as I could and just splayed myself out and just sat there catching my breath. And I had to like drag myself through this wet snow like I'd never experienced, and ended up like puking all over myself and shit. And it's fucking horrible, man. And then like I ride down and go find my girlfriend at the time, and like we get to the truck and I'm sitting in the truck and I'm like just sweating bullets and shit. She's like, "You don't look good." And I'm just like opening the door, just vomiting in the parking lot, like left and right. It was so fucking bad. There was that. And then I went and went up in Steamboat when I was riding with Travis and the boys one time. Like stopped on the side of the run and it just sucked me right in. And that sugar snow just engulfed me and it was like this deep. And I ended up meeting up with everyone at Pony, and they'd been sitting there for like 15 minutes. They're like, "Where were you?" And I was like, "I got sucked into a tree well." And I had to like dig the whole thing out. I got like one leg out. And so like one leg strapped in and I'm like, got it kicked up above my head. And then like I had to like pull myself up with the heel while grabbing the tree and pull the board out with me. Oh, fucking tree wells fucking suck.
Yeah. They're terrible.
They're
horrible. Nate the ride rep almost died in one last year.
Yeah.
They'll
get you, man.
They'll get you. Even the best riders, they'll just suck you right in.
Just so everyone knows, if you go into a tree well head first, what you're supposed to do is rock side to side to pack the sides of it down, because what kills you is the snow funnels in and like around your head. So you want to rock side to side, and then if you can, call for help. Do whatever you can. In my situation, I was lucky that like when I went in, I went head first like this. So I was able to put my hands out in front of me, and I found there was just so happened there was a snapped off sapling in there, so I was able to like balance on it and shit. But when I went in the set, like that one in Steamboat, it was just like, it was like up to here, and I'm just like digging out constantly. Like, yeah, try not to panic. I know that's a hard thing to say, but yeah, try not to. So. Ollie some slow signs. Ollie some slow signs. All right. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. We'll take we'll take this super chat from Kareem 2K. Beyond Metal's outerwear any good or hype brand? The stuff coming out now is good. Like I was looking at, it's like that 3L fabric, so it's stretchy. It's got good waterproof rating on it, good breathability and stuff. Cuts a little more old school. So, but I've got a few friends that ride for them, and then Underground carries them. A few shops around here actually carry them, so I've been looking at it. It's like not bad, not my style, but
yeah, it's not bad stuff. Like it's definitely stepped up in recent years for sure, where it used to be kind of shit, but now it's pretty good.
That first year, I think they had it made at the same factory that did Dope Snow, and I
think so.
Yeah, and it was very, very, and then it was like, no, we're not doing that. We're going a different route. So yeah. Well, we got a small sticker pack for Kareem. Mark it down, sir. Yeah. So, let's see. All right. We got this super chat from Beastiums. What's the dumbest thing you've seen during spring break season? # spin for Slim. How dumb you want to go?
I mean, that one guy who drove his car on the right in the middle of the bubble and flyer there. That was probably the dumbest shit I've seen.
Oh, the one where he ran over the skiers?
No, the one where we actually
the one after that one?
Yeah, the one after that one. We're like, what are you doing, dude? And he's like, I'm staying up here. We're like, no, you're not.
Oh. I don't know. I think the guy driving head on at me at Copper, leaving in the eastbound lane. That was funny. And then he had the nerve to yell at me and tell me to get the fuck out of the lane because I blocked it so he couldn't go any further. And I said, hey, dipshit, look around. Every car's going this way. Every car in that lane's going that way. That's a bus lane. Do you think maybe you're the fucktard over here? That's pretty stupid. My favorite are the people that, for some reason, they don't know how to operate a buckle on a set of bindings, so they just drag the snowboard across the pavement, or they just walk across it with the skis.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's always a good one. Yeah.
I saw a kid, like a 12-year-old kid yesterday with like a brand new Peace Seeker that was like a 151. It was just as tall as he was. I was like, that kid's gonna die. Oh yeah. Never saw him again.
Probably caught speed and just disappeared into the trees. Dead.
Probably.
Dead. was it like 4 or 5 years ago at Copper, I watched a snowboard go flying all the way down the race course under Super B, and it hit the mogul, like the freestyle aerial jump there, and near the bottom, caught air and shot off into the woods. I talked to one of my friends that was tasked with going to find it. They never found it. The board is still just sitting in a tree somewhere off Super B. Just gone.
I know what I'm doing this summer. I'm gonna go find it.
Just gonna go hike around.
Yep, just looking up in the trees, looking for that and the lynx that live up
your
there.
luck. You'll be out there and the wind will blow wrong. It'll fall and hit you in the head.
Yeah, that's true.
TC got killed by a falling snowboard in the middle of the summer. Yeah, that.
Well, last year, do you remember standing at the top of the? We were standing on the top of the waterfall, and somebody came up and put their hand on the tree to stop, and it just knocked all the snow off the tree and just landed straight on my head. I'm like, Jesus, that actually hurt. Like,
yeah, I remember that. I don't know the amount of people that I saw. Well, here's a dumb one. Yesterday, so after you left when we were coming out of Union Meadows there from the waterfall, I went over to West Village and cut back around the long way. I'm going down the long cat track, right? And you know how there's those trees in the middle? I come around the trees. There's a group of 9 people with a charcuterie board just sitting there just eating. And I'm looking at them going, I hope you know you're in like the flattest section of this mountain. Like that's going to be a bitch to get out of. It's a lot of skating. It's like a quarter mile of skating.
Just eating charcuterie on the cat track
with a full charcuterie board. Fucking, they were pouring. I think they were drinking mimosas. Fucking amazing.
Were they in the middle of the groomed part, or were they sitting?
Yes.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah,
cool.
Like there's the trees in the middle. They were on the back side of the tree if you went down. So like they were just in the middle there. One of their friends was like trying to post hole through the snow off to the side. I was like, I have no clue what the fuck they're doing.
There's a nice flat spot to eat our wine and cheese.
There's that, like the amount of shit falling off chairlifts lately.
Yeah.
Like that's always a fun one.
I've heard they've had a real problem with that at Steamboat. Like, if you go
people
there,
just dropping shit off the chairlift?
Just step-ons falling off.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
step-ons are going to be the reason that leashes are going to make a return to snowboard bindings.
Well, they have to have a leash at Steamboat. They'll hand you one at the lift, being like, you're going to need this. So,
well, I know talking to Ali, the lift supervisor, like twice a week, he has to go hike up underneath Woodward Express and find a snowboard that fell off because of step-ons. But the best one I've ever seen over there was the random Clue high back that was just sitting under the chairlift. It was there for like 5 laps. And according to him, they were like, we picked it up at the end of the day. So I'm like, who the fuck just like, you get off the chairlift and you're like, I lost my sex stirrup. I'm no longer a little cowboy.
I just called it. They went home after that. Like yesterday, dude, when I was telling you about this, but yesterday when I was leaving Copper, there's just skis just scattered on I-70 from like the Copper entrance. And you're like, oh, just swerving through them. And then I just watched like 4 cars just straight over these things done. It's like, okay. Those people just left it and kept going. Yeah.
People are so...
They got all the way home and were like, something's missing on the top of my car, but I don't know what it is.
I watched someone make a right-hand turn into oncoming traffic in the roundabout by City Market the other day. Like, they got in the roundabout. Like, they were supposed to be in the right lane to go to City Market or Park Ave. So they got in the roundabout and took the first right, which is an exit only. And everyone was honking at me. They tried to make a third lane. They tried to just plow through everyone. And I was like, it doesn't work that way, dipshit. Like, that one. I haven't seen anyone drive down the bike path in a while, though.
No. Well, that's because it's groomed right now.
Yeah, this is usually the time of the year where someone either drives their rear-wheel drive SUV, which is weird, or their Mustang convertible down it.
Yeah.
Because evidently when you're on spring break, Mustang convertible just seems like the logical vehicle to drive to the mountains when it's snowing.
Yeah.
Although I'm still waiting for a Ferrari guy to bust out his Ferrari.
I need the Ferrari guy. I need the
Have you
Porsche
seen
guy.
the Ferrari guy that lives in Silverthorne?
Mm-hmm.
He'll pull up to the basin with his skis sticking out the sunroof. It's amazing.
Yep.
That dude does not care that he has a classic Ferrari. He treats that thing like it's a goddamn rental car. Oh, yeah. I watched him come into the basin parking lot at like 60 the one day and just bottom it out. And it wasn't like he stopped. It wasn't like he bottomed out and then slowed down. He just gunned it all the way to the front of the line. Just did not give a fuck. Got out, popped the hood, took his boots out of the frunk, put them on, grabbed the skis out of the sunroof, and just went. I was like, that's a dude that has his car paid off and does not give a fuck.
He put some skid plates on the bottom. He was prepared for that.
Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, no. I mean, I don't know. It's okay. Did watch someone try to drive across the sidewalk at Copper the other day. I was like, that's a walkway. Like, not even near the mountain. I'm talking like way down over by the barn.
Oh, yeah?
I was like, where are you going? Just sitting there, just watching it. The bus driver and I are like looking at each other like, what the fuck is it? Like, you see this? He's on the radio. It's like, what the hell?
My favorite's the people that just like totally ignore all the signs. They're like, that's a parking spot. You're like, you like pull in and you're like, dude, what are you doing? And they're like, I'm parking. And you're like, that's not a spot. They're like, really? And they're like, no, you're literally in the middle of the road. I'm like, oh shit. Like, yeah, not a good place to park, man.
No.
It's like, you have to move your car.
Yesterday I pull in and Fran's in there with the big expedition, the Tahoe or whatever the hell he drives. And he's moving cones so that he can make a spot for it. And he's like looking around and I was like, Fran, you've had a parking pass for how many years, dude? You're good. And he's like, okay, yeah, if you're saying it, it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah. I'm like,
I'm not going to say shit to you, dude. You're here every single day just like me. I do the same thing.
It's actually funny that he did that yesterday because I watched a guy try to do it yesterday. And then it was like pretty much right next to your car. But tried to move him over, then proceeded to take his lifted Tacoma and just run over all the cones. And then just decide, fuck it, I'm not parking here, and then just leave. Because I watched him do it the whole time laughing, and I'm pretty sure he saw me laughing at him, because then he's like, screw it, and just pulled out and just left. And I was like, you moved the cones for nothing then. But yeah, I watched it. I was like, damn, that guy's an idiot. All right. Like, all you have to do is pick it back up, but
it's okay. I watched a guy ski down my street today. I have no idea what snow he was on because it was pavement. I could hear it, and he had his dog pulling him. And he was like yelling at the dog, and I'm like watching this going, where the fuck are you going? It's asphalt. Like I'm sitting there with Baroness, and we're both just like watching it like it's bad when my dog is sitting there with her jaw open like she has the mind of a 3-year-old. And even she knew that was dumb.
Yeah.
On a good day, she might have the mind of a 5-year-old. Lately, 3-year-old.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of dumb. And actually, just talking about it just brought back so many more dumb memories that I wouldn't even thought of until we started just talking about that shit.
Well, when I lived back east, I remember I think it was my sophomore or junior year of high school. So the way Holiday Valley's set up, there's different ponds for different snowmaking. And over by the Sunrise Lift, there's a pond in the woods, and you have to know it's there because if you don't, you're probably going to fall. I watched someone cut through the woods because they saw it from the chairlift and they thought they could pond skim it. I don't think they realized it's 12 feet deep.
Oh God!
It's not like a real pond. It's a drainage pond for storage, and so it's just a giant culvert basically. It's only like 10 feet across, but it's like 40 feet wide, and so it's for fall rain, they let it fill up when it's running down the hill, and they do it. This dude, I don't know what the fuck he was thinking, but he had no speed. He basically made it like 3 feet in and just right in, and he's just screaming for help from the chairlift. And I'm like, what the fuck you want me to do, dude? This is before cell phones. I was like, I've got another 6 minutes to the top. You're gonna drown, dude. You know, get off your skis and swim. They're fucked.
Move. Those boots aren't light either.
No, not when they fill with water. They're a rear entry too.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh yeah,
they're comfy at least.
Still in it there. Yeah, that. Still my favorite one ever for spring break was. I was 16 years old, and it was closing weekend. It was a late year for Holiday Valley because Easter fell late that year, so it was like early April, which is super late for there. And they only had 3 chairlifts open and like 6 runs, and we were coming down one of the longest runs there called Mardi Gras. And it was me, my friend Adam France, and I think it was either Jim T-Bird or Brian, one of these dudes. And we're like riding down, and all of a sudden, like out of the corner of my eye, I see this pink like flash go past me. I'm like, what the hell is it? And it like just misses me, misses Adam. Naked skier dude, drunk out of his fucking mind. He goes from the ice to like slush and double ejects, butt ass naked, and just goes right across the snow through some like loose gravel and shit. Just ice rash across his dong and everything. And he's just so out of his mind. He's just laying there screaming. So we get to the bottom. We're like, yo, there is a dude up there that just ate shit. You're going to want to send medical. And so like ski patrol like goes up, and they're all just like, this dude is just head to toe ice rash. Because the only thing he had on was ski boots and some goggles. Or actually, he might have had glacier glasses. And that was about it. But yeah, I mean, he got drunk at the ice bar, decided to get butt ass naked at the top of the hill and just send it.
I like it. It's what John Wayne would have done.
Good old John Wayne. Dicks out for Harambe, right?
Yeah. That's probably what he was shouting to.
Yeah, totally. Click the links. Yeah, let's see. What do we got here? Let's scroll down. Find some more. We've been bouncing all over. Let's see. Where are we? All right, we got fizzled. I need to replace my jacket and pants, looking for something super breathable. Any suggestions? You probably want a shell that's 3L. It's like some of that Jones stuff that TC uses.
Yep, you're going to want to layer under it if it's a cold day. But like on a day that it's like 40 degrees, you can just wear the shell and you're totally fine. But that's what I use. I use the Jones that's like that. No insulation whatsoever. Otherwise, yeah, honestly, you're probably looking at like the Glacier series from 686. Depending on the jacket, some of them have some insulation, some of them don't. So.
Yeah, or you want the Theorem line from L1. That's breathable, highly breathable.
The Brian Iguchi jacket from Volcom, if they still have them. I know they were on sale. So that one, then I think there's a Longo jacket that's also made for the backcountry, not the one without the hood, but they make like a solid colored one. That one is pretty breathable as well.
Yeah. Yeah, let's give this a spin. We almost got Shidsmith's break. It's not Mary Shidsmith anymore. It's Shidsmith's break. So many people out there just shitting around, but no, we got to support the Shred Foundation. Support the Shred Foundation for sure. So, all right. We'll take this one because we've never answered this question. This is from Noah Telds. Have you guys heard about phase bindings? If so, are you guys excited to try phase? What's that? What's phase?
I am phasing.
What's never heard of it? Never heard of it. What's phase? What's phase? Been talking about it for weeks, bud.
Been riding them for 2 months at this point.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I'm on to 3 because I got them in the end of December, I think.
Yeah, you did. You got them. You got them like while we were on break.
Yeah.
So
3 months.
So actually we just filmed a big video breaking down every model of phase because we had all 4 of them here. So drop that off to the editor. He's going to get to it when he gets back from vacation. So
you have to visit another Taco Bell.
I got to go buy him like 5 liters of Baja Blast.
I heard they got a new flavor coming out. He's going to be excited about that.
He's going to be so excited.
Actually, that's probably what he went on vacation for. Let's be honest.
I mean, let's be honest.
To that store.
No, he's going to Vegas, but he's going to the Las Vegas Taco Bell. He says it's the best Taco Bell in the world.
Yeah, the way he sells it, I'm like, shit, I want to go to Vegas just for this Taco Bell. Like, it sounds like they put.
I feel like if you go to Vegas, you have to go to that Taco Bell. You have to go with Ben.
Yeah.
Like,
also that Taco
he's
Bell
going to
is
be
probably
your guide through the whole thing. You know, that man loves his Vegas and he loves his Taco Bell.
Yep.
Stoked for him. Go have some fun, buddy. So, yeah. No, yeah. So we got.
I was gonna say I don't peg him as being a Vegas guy, really, but to each their own. That's awesome.
That's the thing that's surprising about him. You look at him, you're like, that dude would never go to Vegas, and then you like see that he's at a show and he's like front row and he's got like the big drinks and he's just like going for it. And I'm like, this man is renting a hooker later. This man is renting a hooker and a fucking Ferrari and just cruising the strip. He doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Remember, you don't buy hookers, you rent them. If you buy them, it's a pretty woman scenario. No one wants that. You rent them. That way you can get rid of them. You pay them to leave. And, but yeah, no, I don't know. I made a joke with him that we should go to the Taco Bell lab, and he thought I was serious, and then he got really sad. And I was like, oh, I feel bad now. I feel really, really bad about that. So, I don't know. Anyways, yeah, so we got the big video. I think we filmed like 20-something gigs of footage. Kind of shot stuff from every angle. It's TC and I together. It's TC and I apart. There's close-ups of it showing how it goes in and out. There's a lot of different things that we go over with it. So there's that. And then I'm actually going to film a video this weekend going over Phase, Flow, Nidecker, Supermatic, Clue, and Step On. So I can go through everything because I realized that I finally got one of every binding here. Yeah. Like I said earlier in this, I just have bindings that just sit around my house everywhere. Like,
I actually have those. I got your weird discs.
Yeah, I need to get those back, don't I?
I got your weird discs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should probably get those in there. But, it is what it is at this point. But yeah. I've got bindings sitting everywhere. I was thinking about that the other day. I went to lay down on the couch and hit my head on something under a pillow. It was a set of Rome traces. I didn't even know that they were on my couch. I was like, where the fuck did these come from? Swear to God, we need to make enough money to get an office.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Office would be cool.
All right. Oh, it's Shitsmas break. Oh, no. Got to support the Shred Foundation. All right. From our boy, S. Scott 1986. Shout out from Idaho. Smash pow with the homies today. Hashtag join the cult. Hashtag make new friends. Hashtag drink the Kool-Aid. Hashtag ride the flying couch. That's right. We're a cult. We're not a community. We're a cult at this point. We're just a cult. That's all we do. Cult thing. Spray some cloosers. Spray some cloosers. All right. This question's for you, sir, from Dylan Cerruti. What are y'all riding for slash and burn?
The Jones Stratos with Jones Apollo and a brand new pair of fuses.
And what did you do special or have done special to that Stratos?
Oh, I had the craziest structure put into it, courtesy of Creston at Base Mountain. That thing is scary fast. Where this course seems really fast. So I'm a little concerned, actually, with keeping it on the course.
So there will be a side bet at Slash and Burn on what berm TC is going to fly off of.
Yeah, I mean, that's a solid bet if you bet I'm going to fly out of a berm, because if we get the snow that they're predicting, I'm going to see that tall berm and I'm going to be like, that's where the speed is, and blow out of it again. So if I was a betting man, I would actually bet on me to either do that or take a full gate out. You never know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like Ricky Bobby. Either I'm going to be first or I'm crashing in a fantastic fashion.
While TC's doing that, I'm going to be probably laying on my couch, bemoaning my life choices.
Yep.
Watching YouTube videos.
I'm going balls to the walls on the first one to just hopefully get a good time and then just go free ride the rest of the day. Because it's supposed to just nuke all day. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go do that. That seems like an amazing time. Go ride with the crew. Go see Isaiah, who I haven't seen in like a year. So I'm stoked. And Yvonne, he's not going to be in the dump truck.
I'm going to sleep in until 6 o'clock a.m. 6
I'll be leaving the house at 5. Yeah.
6 a.m. sleeping in because, fuck, I don't sleep anymore.
No.
I fell asleep on the couch last night around 9:30 and woke up at 11, and I haven't been back to sleep since. Probably why I have a migraine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right, girlfriend did that 2 nights ago. She did that 2 nights ago and was wondering why she couldn't sleep. I was like, I don't know. You just took a 2-hour nap right before, so.
Yeah. Well, shop Blower, blowerboardshop.com. We love Blower. Those guys are great.
We do. They're awesome.
Next year, maybe we'll make it to Southern California. We'll go check them out, talk to them in person.
And if you're in America and you're part of our sticker club, you got some Blower stickers in there for this past month.
Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's good. Let's see. I'm going to scroll up here and find a question. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. We'll take this one from Richie Trick 7. Can the Jones Flagship Pro replace my K2 Antidote and Ride Berserker one board to rule them all? I mean, yes, if you wanted to. I mean, it's not going to be twin like that Antidote, and it's not going to be narrow like that Berserker.
But honestly, it is like if you pushed them together.
That's kind of what you get.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, so.
You definitely could. You can still get freestyle on the Flagship. I think you'll be fine.
Yep. So.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think you're good with that. Click the links. Click the links. Mm-hmm. All right. Got this one from Eli Clark. Boards in the Nitro and Ride lineup that are closest to the Jones Aviator 2.0. Algorithm and Team Pro. Less algorithm and probably more Berserker, honestly.
The Aviator?
2.0? Yeah, I think so.
The Berserker has taper and is directional.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. You're right. It's more direct. Yeah, I guess it would be the algorithm.
Yeah. But after like 2 weeks, it's going to be more like the shadow band. Because
that's why I was like,
in pretty quick.
Breaks in pretty quick. Probably closer to a team, honestly.
You think so?
Well, no, actually, no. The Team Pro would be right.
Yeah. I think you're right on that. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah. You answered your own question, my man.
Yeah. We got you that educated. You don't need us anymore.
No. got to click the link when you buy one.
Just go on Reddit. Get all your advice from Reddit. Shop Gravity, gravityboardshop.com. Or if you're going to Copper, swing into the Center Village, say what's up to Steve Cam and Little Tiff.
Mm-hmm.
And if you ask Tiff to work on your bindings, be prepared for her to struggle. She's small.
Yeah.
I had to help her yesterday. She couldn't get the
I'm not going to blame that one on her at all. I'm blaming that on the shitty company that she was trying to fix with 3-hole pattern from 35 years ago at this point, and then brand new binding.
A new board. His tail was cracked. It was split.
Yeah.
It had folded.
Yeah. So
No.
Don't bring your old beat shit to her. Let her. She'll sell you something nice and new, and that actually works from this decade. You know. So she'll wax the shit out of your board though too.
Yeah. She will.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, all right. Let's see. Let's scroll up here and find something. There's got to be something around here. We're looking for something. Let's see. Oh, I like this one from Rich. Was in Tahoe this past weekend and saw this guy struggle to get into his clues for 15 minutes. That's
struggle's real.
Struggle is real. Sounds like a real serious skill issue. Like the equipment it doesn't have skills to work.
That's
I love seeing people in clues struggle. I love seeing them have to sit down to click in. I love seeing them break pieces. I just relish their misery every time I see it. When they break apart and I'm in the shop and they're like, "Hey, do you have a part that can fit this?" Like, here's one for you. Like, I got to read these text messages I got from our graphic guy John the other day because he works at a shop, and he's like, "So Tuesday, 6:33 p.m. Dude, I just had to put clues on one of our demo Strondas. It caused me physical pain. They're so cheaply made. I've never been that involved with one. I need to shower and bleach." Straight up, this is my response. Straight up, would have lied and said these are a liability. Denied him. He's like, "Bro, that's not a fucking lie. The adjuster straps for the toe were like rock hard and bent in the wrong direction, and the ladders for the ankle were about to tear just feeding through the ratchet. I've worked with nicer head bindings. I shit you not." My response, "Yeah, I know. So what you're saying is you don't want to borrow my pair?" And he's like, "If I need a cheap fire starter, I'll definitely let you know. I'm still blown away by how completely shit they are. 500 USD. And he's like, "It's amazing that they found a way to over-engineer the wrong things and under-engineer the wrong things." I know. It's fucking predatory. The only market to people who don't know better. It's said. But I'm the asshole for pointing that out. For real, fuck those guys. I'm going to burn their houses down, please. I'm going to guilt in their factory. Yes! Like, John's worked in a shop for over a decade. Worked for Buckman's. He's worked at Underground. He's been around, right? And helps out with a bunch of brands. Does our graphic work. Great graphic designer. Easy to work with and shit. Like, fucking to hear him say that is so fucking hilarious. I was in there one day and someone was asking Andy for parts for him, and Andy was just like biting his tongue. You could just tell he wanted to be like, buy some fucking real bindings.
Yeah. 100%.
Like, fuck.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, no. I don't know, dude. I love seeing the influencer starter pack, as I call it. So it's usually like clue bindings, Gilson snowboard, dope snow outerwear, Rurock helmet, Insta 360. And they heel side everything. Just fucking shit it all the way down the middle. But don't worry, they're going to show Grandma that 3 hours of raw footage.
Don't forget the backpack. They always got a backpack.
Always
you never know what's in it.
Backpack. Dude, I asked a guy the other day on the chairlift why he had a fucking backpack. And he was just like, "Well, you know, like there's all this stuff in case I can't get to the lodge." And I'm like, I've literally made it from the top of Copper facing the backside to Center Village, going the long way, which is like 3 miles, 7 minutes. That's with traversing.
It didn't take you that long.
Like, fuck it. I don't get it. Like, you know? The funny thing is they're like, well, I need this stuff. And then you see them stop on Mountain and buy a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
I do love seeing a sandwich in the pocket, though. Somebody's like, I got to get my lunch on the chairlift. Do you see this? Just fully just flattened sandwich with like a piece of bologna. And I'm like, where the fuck do you get bologna from? I haven't seen that in years, I feel like. Just a little mustard
the best
on
one
there,
I ever saw was this dude. His sandwich was like rolled up. He just ripped the end of it, and it was a peanut butter and jelly. He just squeezed it into his mouth.
Oh,
and it was just like, and it literally looked like a turd. Like he was just squeezing shit into his mouth. All I could think of was 2 girls, 1 cup.
Oh,
it was awful.
Yuck.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know anymore. Ooh, try again.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We'll take this super chat from Chris Bond. Fuck baggage handlers at airports. Damaged my board last weekend. Not killed, but she's not as pretty as she was. Top tip. Check your stuff after reclaim so you can rage at them at the airport. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Always do that. I always think about that time I flew out of Reno and I watched them drop my board bag 9 times. 9. It was so heavy it wouldn't make it up the conveyor belt. And they had to get a guy on the conveyor belt pulling it while the other guy pushed it from the bottom. And when it thudded into the plane, and the plane was empty, everyone was like, what was that? And I was just like, that was my board bag. And they're like, what the hell do you have in there? And I was like, 9 snowboards and 2 or 3 sets of bindings.
Jesus.
This is before I was even doing board reviews. Those were just my boards. It's when I moved west.
That's fair then. Okay. I was like, what are you moving? Like, but that makes sense. What could just slack then?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, check your shit. It's always good.
Because then they'll buy you brand new stuff too, if they do actually fuck it up.
Oh god. This is important. That was Nitro letting me know they're shipping snowboards. They needed to confirm the address.
Oh, there it is. No.
Yep. Shop Tactics. Tactics.com. Yeah.
They carry Nitro.
They do carry Nitro. Carry a lot of things up there.
They carry a shit ton. And I bet by now they probably have next year's stuff on the website if you want to pre-order a next year's board.
I don't think they do from looking at it. I didn't see anything yet. But I will say this about Tactics. For all you guys that are looking for like apparel and merchandise, like hoodies, shit like that, they always have the best selection of that shit. And I keep seeing it on sale. So like I try to put it into the weekly sales. Like, and it's always funny when I see stuff sold from Tactics and it'll be like $20, $25. And I was like, what the hell did anyone buy? And I go and look at it and it's like Capita long sleeve t-shirt, Decine this, like Air Blaster hoodie. And I'm like, yes, that's what I like to hear. So yeah. So it's always funny. Ooh, I like this question from Blazing Z. Run katana pivot mount versus kink ladders. Which ankle strap sits highest? Katana cured my recent instep issues this year. Thanks for the recommendation. Oh, no. Basically, you got 3 options with the kinked ladder. You got up position, down position, or you swap it out and put the straight position. Versus 64 points of articulation. You You can't beat this. This is the most customizable binding for anyone with in-step pressure. The Rome pivot mount is the best thing out there because, like, you can set one side lower, one side higher. You can set them both higher. You can set them both lower. You can even pull one so you can move this piece so it's sitting further back to change the tension on one side if you want. Like, no, that's not even in the same realm of possibilities. It's 100% to the Rome, because you've ridden both too. You'd agree, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, 100%. Like, you can't compare 3 to 64. And I've said it before, Katana, Rome in general, they just have like the most binding adjustability, and sometimes, in my opinion, to their downfall, just because of how many moving parts there are. Like we've talked about with people shearing screws, that sort of thing. But as long as you take care of your stuff, they are great bindings. They're super comfortable. Like, I didn't want to like them when I first rode them, and then I was like, shit, I do like them. Like, there's no way I can actually hate it. So, and we've talked about it before. I was like, yeah, if Skate Tech shits the bed or something, I was like, I'll move over to Katanas, no problem. Like, I'll move to a Rome binding and still be happy with my snowboarding. So, like,
yeah,
they're solid.
Yeah, no, it's, I mean, I have a feeling now that the black label is no more, I'm either going to go pull the trigger and just end up in phase, Katana phase, which I don't like the fact that you have to rock a canted footbed in it, or I'm going to end up in Katana Pros. So,
yeah. We can get some sandpaper and just kind of buzz down that side for you, make it a 0. I got a level in sandpaper.
You don't think I haven't thought about that? I've looked at it. Like, fucking Dremel the shit out of this thing. Just, you know.
I got a level we can use.
I got an iPhone. It's got the auto leveler in it. I can.
There you go.
You know. All right. Let's give this man a spin. Oh shit. We got a jumbo sticker pack.
Blazing Z.
Blazing Z. So for anyone that won anything today, remember, email us info@angrysnowboarder with your mailing address. If you do not put your mailing address, we cannot ship it to you. For some reason, people think we just automatically know your mailing address. I mean, some of you, we definitely do, because you're repeat offenders. Letters. I know where you live. I know where you sleep.
Yeah.
But yeah. Let's see. We'll take this one from Lundby. I'm 200 pounds. I'm on a public dispute. Great board. 156. What's a good binding for this board? I'm on the Ultras, but I feel like it's too soft. I'd go Union Force, Rome Katana, and maybe a Ride C6. What about you?
You're 200 pounds. You're on the cusp. You could do this. You could do like a Jones Meteorite, which isn't going to be quite as soft as the Ultra. You could do a let's think here. A K2 edition would be another good one for you, because that one's going to be a little bit stiffer. And then a Solomon Highlander. Don't go the hologram. If you're going to do something like that, you could do a District Team Pro, because that does
District Team Pro save you $120.
There you go. Maybe you do want to go the District Team Pro, because it does have the stiffer chassis down low.
It's got the quantum. It's got the quantum chassis.
Yeah.
So it's got the quantum chassis, and then it's got the team high back and heel strap.
Yep.
So
yeah. So probably the Team Pro, honestly, out of those two. Then you can skip the Highlander, save the money, and go with the Team Pro. Same chassis.
Shit. We got another sticker pack. Jumbo. Mark it down. Sweet. Getting winners out here. Let's see. I like this one. This is a good comment from QC Curry. Just click the dry shirt link. Pretty sure I've seen those on OnlyFans. I don't know what they were doing with them.
That's it.
Yeah, but I can get some ideas with that.
Takes care of swamp ass. Right betwixt your butt cheeks. No.
Spread the cheeks, stick it in. Let it dry it out.
Wait, you're telling me the person you follow on OnlyFans, that's their sponsor? Is the dry shirt?
What is it, Ski and Barbie?
Yeah, like
Sunshine Ray or whatever. We got a bunch of different OnlyFans girls that live up here in the county, and they're trying to be like snow influencers on Instagram, but at the same time, they're OnlyFans girls too. And I'm like, good for you for working it both ways. But I'm like, when you mix both your content. Oh,
that's awesome. That's hilarious.
I'd date any one of them too. I don't even care. they all have daddy issues. They all want an older guy. I'd date them all at the same time. Date them all. They got their own money. I don't have to worry about things. It's great.
That's true.
There's no homosexuality going on. Got to watch out for homosexuality.
You got a place to live. It's the edge.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll do an Averin dating OnlyFans series. Speed dating.
Honestly, I've kind of thought about that. It would be
funny. I think that would be great content.
Hilarious to see what I can pull off Hinge or Bumble or whatever.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I was on Hinge the other day and I saw the funniest thing. This chick was like, I'm just looking for a mountain man with muscles that has access to great views. I just want to date a guy that lives in the mountains. So it's like, honey, you live in Pittsburgh. That's a long distance relationship. I'm like, I was like, I got a killer view. I can watch the sunset over Peak 8 every day. Like, my view is unobstructed. I go to the gym. But I was like, I dated a girl like you once. Realistically, they just wanted a place to stay in the mountains because they were sick of having to pay for rooms at the hotel. That's all it was. I know how this ends. You're a hobosexual.
Mm-hmm.
But Skiing Barbie is on Hinge. Every time I see her, like, there's part of me that just wants to be like, so what are your daddy issues? Like,
I don't know who Skiing Barbie is.
You're on OnlyFans. But I could see those scars from your fake tits. And I was like, that's not a good boob job, honey. You should have gone through the armpit, not underneath. Like, I'm sorry. Your value is diminished because they're scarred up.
Jesus.
I'm horrible.
Yeah. So look for that series in the future. We'll figure out.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember. Do you remember the show Next, where they just had like 3 dudes sitting on the bus? And
yes.
Like, they would come out and the girl would be like, next. Yeah, we'll just do that with the gondola. Like, they'll just keep riding the gondola. When you get down after a run, you're like, I'm going to have to pass on you next. And then the next person hops out. And you could just instantly send them back on the Gandhi. And they just got to keep riding that bitch until this whole thing's done. And you get to choose at the end.
Oh, my God. That actually would be that's genius. We should do that.
Yeah. Well, the bomb hole will probably use it first, but whatever.
Yeah, let's be real. Now that we've said this, Holden Barth is going to be up at Park City or the Canyons doing this.
Yeah. He's like, this is a great idea, actually.
This is a great idea. We're going to take this and use it as our own. Because every time we drop some horribly bad, stupid idea, they end up using it for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're on to you.
I think that's a pretty good idea.
That actually is a good idea. That's comedically genius.
I think that's pretty funny.
Oh, my God. Yeah, no. That.
And then we'll take all the winners from each time we do it, and then we'll do it at night, and it'll just be a white tablecloth in there when they just keep going around to the Ari. And the winner finally gets to have dinner with you at the Ari, but they have to pay. Because we're about equality.
But they have to pay. It's not in our budget.
Yeah, we're about equality.
No. I got a better idea. We'll get Solomon to sponsor this. Eli can use the corporate card.
There you go.
We'll get And this is how Gondola Girls Gone Wild starts.
It is spring break week. This would be a great week for it. Let's be honest. Like,
well, I always thought it was funny when I lived up on Peak 8. One of the houses across the street from my place was the Peak 8 porn house. They just used to film so much porn over there all the time.
Pretty loose.
I had a friend that was a cleaning lady, and she got a frantic phone call or a voicemail at like 3 a.m, and they were like, "We heard that you're the only person that understands how to get KY out of a carpet, and like we're in a bind. We blah 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 blah." So she calls them back, and she's like, "What's up?" And they're like, "We spilled an industrial tub of KY into this carpet." And she was like, "Okay, did you put water on it?" And they were like, "Yeah, we thought we could clean it." And she's like, "Oh, you're fucked." And so she tells them, she's like, "I can get it out, but it's going to take like a couple hours, blah, blah." So she goes up there to clean it, and she gets in there, and like all the room's doors are shut. And she's in there, and she's like, "Okay, we got to use this powdered detergent to do this, and I've got to shampoo this, and we basically got to dry shampoo this and this." And she's like, "It's going to take like 4 or 5 hours." So she's up there, and she's doing it. And suddenly one of the doors opens, and there's just a chick getting railed out. And she's just like, da, 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 da. Doesn't say anything. And so she gets done, and she told them it was going to be like $2,000 to clean it out because it was an emergency job. I think they paid her like $5,000. They were like, "You were never here. This never happened." But yeah, it's a good old Peak 8 porn house.
Was it Diddy with all that KY?
Well, it was like a 6-bedroom, and each room they were just filming different scenes because it was like different snow scenes they could stage out the windows and stuff. Like it overlooked like the cross country course, so I think they got like the moose walking in the background. Poor moose. Traumatized.
Very cinematic.
That's why it doesn't leave downtown now. It's scared. It saw horrors that it never wanted to see again. So yeah. Ugh.
Nobody even noticed the moose in the back if you're watching that movie. Let's be honest.
I don't know. There's definitely someone on 4chan that watched that and was like, "Look at that moose! Look at that moose! It's so beautiful!" Oh my god! Speaking of stupid tourists today, after you left from filming earlier, I was walking Baroness, and this tourist wouldn't let me cross the footbridge by Ollie's because she was too busy trying to catch a video of a fucking magpie sitting on a sign, and she's like, "It's the most majestic bird. I can't believe." And I'm like, "It's a fucking magpie. It's a nuisance bird." I like threw a snowball and hit it in the head. And she's just like, "Why'd you do that?" And I was like, "Because they're fucking nuisance birds. They suck. They're pieces of shit." Yeah. Baroness is like jumping on her hind legs, like, "Let me kill it. Let me kill it." It's like, lady, I just want to go back and play some video games before I have to work. Leave me the fuck alone. Oh shit, we got another jumbo for Kurt. That's 3. Maybe we should have put a snowboard to give away this week.
Coulda.
That's too late now. I'm lazy. I didn't want to pay shipping.
Yeah.
I didn't want to pay shipping. I got taxes to pay. Maybe. I don't know. Might just do an extension and then see what happens with the IRS. Might not be here in like 6 months. Okay. From Brian S. with the super chat. "Hi guys, so stoked my 14-year-old picked up snowboarding this year. I'm looking for recommendations for a laid-back snowboard to ride with her. Currently riding a 25 Kazoo, 6 feet tall, 200 pounds, size 11 boot. Thanks." Oh, dude. 200 pounds. Grab the 160 wide. Ride Shadowban. Just go cruise.
Yeah.
Just go cruise.
Yeah.
That's, if you want something with taper, then look at the moderator. What do you got for this, man?
I was thinking the Spring Break Resort Twin. Otherwise, this is going to probably surprise you. The 156 Raw Signal Retox. As we just went over today, on the 153 at the inserts, it's 26.4. The thing is fucking wide. And if you're like snowboarding with somebody who's just learning, that board's really fun to butter and press around on and just kind of hang out on. So that would be a good one. Otherwise, trying to think what would be on that softer, just a Solomon Assassin, honestly. That thing will break in real nice and fast for you. It's going to be softer than the Shadow Ban is, but it's going to be a little bit more forgiving.
You could do it like a Jones Mountain Twin too.
Yeah.
And like you get that edge hold. If you're on a budget, you want something decent, check out the Rosinal Resurgence too.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah. There's so many good boards that just fit what you're looking for. Honestly, I just go look at our top 5 all mountain freestyle board list. Probably do you nice right there.
Yeah.
All right, let's give Brian a Spree Closers. All right. From Alberto Neri, come on, let's see a review of Temu stuff. I want to see an aneurysm or a rage attack. Oh my god, dude, I tried. So I downloaded the Temu app, which is now the Chinese have all my information, so we're fucked.
Yeah, they already did.
I went through all their snowboard stuff, and I was trying to pick out some of the worst to do it, and like, god, that app is so shitty. But I'm working on some kind of content with that along those lines. Like the problem is, it's like either I spend the money to buy that shitty ass stuff, or I take that money and I invest it so that we can have better content and I can pay TC or Ben, the editor, more. And it's like, and I know the Temu shit's cheap, but like we are literally counting pennies right now. Money's tight. Fuck.
Yeah, dude, I've had people sending it to me, and I'm like, it is funny. I was like, this is definitely going to be an Abram thing to do for sure. Like, I wouldn't be able to do it justice.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I've had quite a few people be like, when are you guys doing it? And I'm like, if we are, I want to do these video essays, and I've got an idea for one, and it's called Snowboarding's Alibaba Problem. It's the same thing as Temu, right? Like, so you're going to get that shitty stuff. And I've looked into this, and it's like, I want to get those knockoff bindings. I want to get a set of the knockoff boots, which at the same time, I'm like, maybe I'll just go hop on Milo's website and order the Disinformation Garage boot, because it's the same fucking thing. It's just a cheap piece of shit. And then that way I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone on that. Fuck you, Caleb Flowers. Send me another fucking meme or something. I don't care. You fucking reject. Did he send you a meme?
He sent me some video thing, and I was like, why the fuck you sent it? I didn't even click it. I was just like, he got flagged and put to the spam DM box on Instagram. That guy's a fucking poser. Fuck him. Like, more people that tell me he's a poser but won't say it to his face, just fucking say it. Shouldn't have that asshole in snowboarding. Fuck him. I kind of want to make a video essay about his shit too. Ooh, look at his flow snowboards. Cool. Why don't you give Eric Luthar credit for the boards he designed? You didn't design them. They're old flow shapes. Yeah. You fucking chump. Give it to the guy that deserves it. Which, shout out to Eric. He's a great board designer. He works at GP87. He's fighting tongue cancer right now. Which, yeah, sucks. He's a homie from way back in the day. He's designed a lot of really cool stuff over the years for a lot of cool brands too, and he doesn't get the credit that he deserves. So TC's going to try to do an interview with him down the road. So, but yeah. All right, let's give Alberto here a spin. Nothing. We got nothing. This is where we go. This is where we go. Yeah, we got that nothing. I like this super chat from A. Villar. Found out my buddy has been riding a women's board from 2005. The Ride Solus 150. He's getting a Rome Freaker to replace that. How bad will he die? I mean, it's going to be wider, which is going to be nice. He's going to get more stability. It's not necessarily that he's going to die. It's going to be stiffer. It's going to be more responsive. It's going to be better than what he had. I'm going to tell you that right now. TC just rode the new Freaker.
I did. It was fun. It was a great board.
Yeah.
Yeah, that tail's going to be a lot stiffer on his new board than the old one. It's going to turn way better. It's going to hold a better edge. It's going to be lighter. It's just going to be better.
Yeah. Yep. We got a small sticker pack. Mark that down, TC. Remember, if you want any sticker packs, make sure you email us info@angrysnowboarder.com. That way we can get that to you. And, all right. I like this one from Space Monkey. Hey guys, appreciate the content. Do you have any plans to start doing different types of content or videos? Well, TC launched an OnlyFans. It's called Thunder Feet.
Yeah.
It's from the knee down only.
Just the knee down.
Knee down. Yeah, we're working on some stuff. TC's doing an interview series, and I'm redoing the boot fitting 101. I've got some other stuff that I want to work on. I think next week I'm supposed to talk to another editor about bringing them on board to do some stuff. So that's the big thing that ties us up is our editor. Our editor is basically Milton from Office Space. Like he's going to burn his office job down. And when he can quit and work for us full time, I think he'll be happier. We just aren't making the money to be able to pay him full time yet. I'd like to do that. If we could do that, we would be doing more content. Like we would be expanding from where we're at. But right now, like we're in the thick of filming next year's reviews, lining up next year's gear-based top fives. We're still working on some comedy top fives for you. TC's doing the interviews. I'm doing the boot fitting 101. I've got to do a couple how to set up videos. I've got to do some explain stuff, which I'm not sure if we're going to keep the explain series or not. I think that may have ran its course at this point. And I don't know. We're like kind of just seeing what's out there. Live streaming still going good. I do want to make some short format content too. Like there's stuff. The big thing is it just comes down to funding right now. It's like, we look at, like I'm able to like, okay, this is gonna if we're gonna spend X number of hours, it's this much money. Then we've got we need this much props or stuff for it. It's this much money. Then it's this much money for editing. So we have to get X number of views to equal this much in ad revenue from YouTube to bring it back. So like to make it break even. So like that's how we've been looking at everything. So like believe me, there's a lot of stuff that I'd like to do. It's just not going to happen. Those video essays are in there, but those I think are going to take some time because I think they're going to be like an hour long. So it's a lot of ranting.
Yeah.
But
we got the only angry account coming out.
Yeah, the only angry account.
Speed dating.
We got angry gondola speed dating. This is so that's where we're at with that. Also, we're done with this year's reviews. You're not going to get any more reviews until the fall. September 1st, all the 2026 stuff will drop. If you're a member of Angry Snowboarder VIP, the early written reviews will start dropping April 1st, 1 to 2 a day through the summer. I got to schedule some more, but I think we've got almost 2 months scheduled at this point. So, because I think between TC and I think we've got 70 reviews done already. So, yeah. So that's what we're working on. And then, TC wants to do his thing too. So I'm sure you've got ideas for content.
Yeah, we'll figure them out.
Oh yeah, we always do. Hopefully we do. Who knows at this point? But yeah, there's some stuff that we're working on. Hopefully, so. All right. Avoid the clap. Avoid the clap. That's good life advice. All right. I don't like that question. Let's see. Now let's see. Oh, I like this question from Mr. Del29. Are lifts really getting bad and failing a lot, or just Instagram effect? Oh no, lifts are legitimately breaking. That's factually true. A lot of that is Vail Resorts operated or owned because the greedy empire decided to claw back stock shares and do stock buybacks for dividend for their investors rather than invest in their infrastructure for their customers. And it's coming back to bite them in the ass. And I always think back to IntraWest saying one point, we're too big to fail. And then they fucking failed. And Vail is repeating the same thing. Like, legitimately, I am scared most days I get on a chairlift. Like, I want to make sure that they have a lift mechanic. The fact that on the East Coast, 20-mile gap between two resorts that Vail owned, they had one lift mechanic. So the dude was driving back and forth. That's ridiculous. Because they didn't want to pay a living wage. Like, fuck them. Fuck them. I do find it funny, though, that their stock price is down like over $200 a share from its all-time high.
Yeah.
Which, if you took my advice back in April of 2020 and I said, hey, Vail's dipped in price and you bought it and you held on to it when it went up over $300 a share, you would have made a 230 or 250% increase on that. I'm not a financial advisor by anyways, but I know one person, because I casually mentioned that in a live stream back then, made a buttload of cash doing that. And I'm stoked
money
for that.
Right there. No.
It wasn't me. I didn't have the money at the time because I was paying everyone else's rent, taking care of everyone because I was being a good human. I'm kind of sick of being a good human. But all right, let's give this man a spin. TC's got to pop a button.
Ooh, I didn't even know we still had that one on there this week.
Oh, it hasn't gone anywhere. Give the people what they want.
Yeah.
It's that above the knee videos.
Yeah.
From Anton Zolotarev. In Europe, clues are cheaper. Would you change your opinion if they would cost $400? No, fuck no. They're fucking pieces of shit. Why would you even ask that question? That's a retard question.
That's still more than my bindings cost. Any of my pairs of bindings that I own.
$369. $500. $369. Like, no. They're cheap pieces of shit. Why do people constantly want to defend these cheap pieces of shit? Like, is it because you got taken and you bought a cheap piece of shit that doesn't function right? You know, like, this reminds me of these people remind me of the people that bought Pontiac Aztecs. It's a great SUV minivan crossover. It was a hunk of shit. It was a hunk of shit.
Walter White.
You know, like, fuck. No. You don't even get a spin.
I was wondering about that. I was like, I wonder if he's going to give him a spin.
No, he doesn't get a spin. So, all right, let's see. I'm looking for something. Yeah, well, let's see. We'll find something down here. All right. We'll take the super chat from Eric Mysalovic. Hey, guys. Just wanted to say thanks. Been a Burton guy for 25 years, and this season bought a Resort Twin and Deep Fag. That thing is a blade. Thanks for the reviews and supporting the sport. Welcome to the other side, man. Welcome to it.
Yeah.
Like, you're away from the mediocrity that is Burton. Like, I was talking to someone the other day about this, and I was like, we've both been in snowboarding forever, and I was like, you remember when Burton was like the best and everything? And he's like, yeah. And then I was like, and then, you know, you watch like Nidecker come in, now like K2 Ride and Solomon, and it's like Burton isn't even a top 5 brand anymore. And it's because of the apathy of their people, the fact that their product just sucks ass so much. I could walk from here right now, go to the Burton store, buy a brand new Custom X, and I guarantee you the edge isn't sharp.
I would say, I bet, give me 5 Burton boards, and at least one of them will have a thinner edge on one side than the other.
5 Burton boards, and I guarantee you I can find a dimple in the top sheet.
That's a fun one.
Guarantee you I can find an imperfection in the top sheet in there. Yep. I guarantee it. Let's see. I guarantee you if you go and you look at where the edge, the gap is, it's probably inconsistent on 5 of the exact same model.
Probably.
I guarantee the base finish is completely different on 5 of the exact same model. I can go grab a top of the line boot of theirs, and it doesn't have an articulated cuff at all.
That's fair.
Yeah, the fact that they haven't upgraded their bindings in over 5 years, probably closer to 7.
Well, that's the only thing they are upgrading is their stuff-ons. That's it. That's the only thing they're doing. Otherwise, nothing else has changed.
No.
Except for they just keep getting rid of bindings that were actually decent bindings, like the Malavita, gone.
Malavita was a top sheet breaker.
It was. I liked my pair when I used them and they fit my boots, but it's that whole chassis is a top sheet breaker. It doesn't just go straight with the Malavita. It's every one of their bindings because that trickled down now and it's just shit.
Yeah.
We don't need 2 cartels. Get rid of the 2 cartels. Whatever. I'm not going to tell them how to run their business into the ground.
No, they're doing a great job of doing that themselves.
They're doing a great job of that anyway.
Is this the day that I should read the emails?
No, we don't have that much time left.
Yeah, you're right.
It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while
not
for you to dissect that.
Those. As much
I
as
need you at 100% for that.
I'm functioning at like 30. I do think it's funny, though, that they basically openly admitted that they came crawling to me in an email, and they're like, we need you. And I was like, well, tough shit. You've treated me like shit for years. Why would I fucking want to deal with that ever again? Like, go fuck yourself. Your boss, the one guy that was emailing me, your boss literally walked away in the middle of a conversation with me because he got bored with what I had to say when I was trying to explain something. Like, fuck him. Fuck him. Bunch of fucking poser-ass fucks running that brand. At one point, Sims was one of the biggest brands in snowboarding, and now you look at it.
Yeah.
If companies were meant to last, the Dutch East Indies company would still exist. Just saying. It'd be one of the largest in the world. The Holy Roman Empire would still exist.
Yeah.
Empire's
Jack Sparrow took down them.
Yeah. Well, the Holy Roman Empire just became the Roman Catholic Church and then hoarded all the money under the Vatican. But whatever.
That's just rebranding. That's all.
Yes.
They went through a little bit of a rough patch.
Strategic rebranding.
Yeah. Had to get away from those taxes that they created.
Still dodging them.
Yep. Shit, we made taxes and now we have to pay them. How do we get around this?
But yeah, I don't know. Anyways, let's see. Well, I've been here an hour and 53. I lasted longer. At least now the aspirin, the 9,000 milligrams I took before this live stream kicked in, so the migraine's gone.
There it is.
Now I just want to die. I just want to go drink a soda. Probably going to go to the grocery store and hate my life.
Yeah, probably.
Well, I don't want to go tomorrow. It's Friday.
I love this one, though, real quick. Super Dave. Maybe Burton has stored all their money under the Burlington, Vermont. That's a great one. I like that. They're hoarding.
It's under the mini ramp.
Yeah, it's under the mini ramp.
It's under the mini ramp next to the office.
It's
or the
in
bowl
the mini
or whatever
ramp.
it is. It's over there.
It's like Arrested Development. The money is in the banana stand. The money is in the mini ramp. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
we burn the mini ramp.
But like Arrested Development, they'll burn the ramp down for the insurance money and burn the money.
Yep, exactly. Maybe we make a sticker that just says the money's in the mini ramp.
I'll add that to the sticker list.
To the possible list.
That thing's 3 pages long now for possible stickers.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot of
good.
stupid inside jokes that we'll have to figure it out, but yeah. Mm-hmm. That's good.
Oh.
That's a good one, Super Dave.
I'm going to give Super Dave a spin for that one. And I didn't forget about Eric. We'll give him a spin. Well, Super Dave gets a sticker pack.
Attaboy.
And we're going to give Eric his spin now. Support the Shred Foundation. It's just it's a good cause. It's a good cause.
Let's do one more because this guy, I've seen this question 3 times and we might as well just answer it.
Okay.
It'll take us 2 seconds.
All right.
From Arcade. What binding should I get for my Ride 0? Was thinking of Blaster Full Wrap or Ride C6.
I'd get Blaster ASIM Wrap personally over the Full Wrap.
See, I like the Full Wrap. I was a fan of that one. But it depends on your
But the Zero with the ASIM Wrap, it's easier to leverage it out for buttering. I mean, if you want more power, yeah, go for it. I mean, that's the difference. But, you know, either of those bindings would be great, in my opinion.
Yeah. Whatever. It depends on how big you are, too. If you're a bigger guy, I would probably go with the metal chassis, that ASIM Wrap. If you're not, and you're just looking for just a mixture of like that composite metal heel cup, you can go Full Wrap or C6. But I think the Blaster is more comfortable in the ankle and just a damper ride in general.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, the Blaster, the reason I said ASIM Wrap is because, like, obviously I ride an ASIM Wrap chassis, and whenever I get on the Zero, I was like, that thing, it matches up perfectly. But yeah, all right, let's give this man a spin. All right, where are we going with that? Shop Gravity, gravityboardshop.com. All right. Yep. All right. Well, let's see. I'm thinking maybe one more. Maybe not.
Okay.
I'm gonna scroll and see if I find anything I like in here. I don't know. Let's see. No, I think we're good. We're gonna call it a day. All right, we'll be back next Thursday with another live stream. We're going to live stream through part of April, maybe most of April, but then we go on break for May and most of June or part of June, whatever it is. We haven't figured that out yet, but we're going to do that. Yep. But if you're not signed up for Angry Snowboarder VIP, I recommend doing that. That's our Patreon. You're going to get access in about 2 weeks to the early reviews, 1 to 2 reviews a day on there. Plus, there'll be some other stuff that we're working on. Saturday, I will be posting accessory links for sale on the community tab here on YouTube. Still have a bunch of boot breakdown videos coming out as well. And TC will have a bunch of interviews for you guys in the late spring, early summer, going in through the whole summer, hopefully. Hopefully we'll have enough of a series in there for it. And if you see us at Copper, say what's up. We'll be around riding Monday through Friday. If you're going to Slash and Burn on Saturday, put a side bet on which berm TC is going to fly off of. Yeah. That's probably a guaranteed win if you pick the right one. So, like, there should be an overall, like, will TC fly off the berm? That's a 50-50 right there. And then you could do an even better bet, betting which berm it actually is that he doesn't make. So, yeah. So, get those side bets in. So, all right. Anyway,
make good on your side bets. Don't be a welcher.
Yeah, don't welch your side bets. Otherwise, we got a tattoo of picture of Jonathan Buckhouse on your kneecap. But it's going to be facing up, so every time you sit down to take a shit, it's looking at you.
It's looking at you.
It's looking at you. That's how it goes. All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys.